The things that are coming up in the future in 2026 is a Gen Z revolution that's already started with the appointment of Mondami in New York, and also to keep an eye on a dot-com bust. So this one is around AI, but both of those factors, both of those things will help push the price of spot gold and spot silver to new highs.
You're going to see gold and silver prices spike, even as they're spiking now. By the way, as we go on the air today, silver was up $2.81. $2.81, selling at $66.49 an ounce. Gold was up over $30 an ounce, $4,335 an ounce. It was as high as $4,349.
Lynette Zang, a respected financial analyst and precious metals expert, and Gerald Celente, renowned trends forecaster and publisher of the Trends Journal, offers his outlook on the coming Gen Z-era economic transformation. A Gen Z-driven economic shift is accelerating toward 2026, already visible through key political appointments in New York and California aimed at monitoring a potential AI-fueled dot-com-style bust. This structural change is adding pressure to global markets and strengthening demand for hard assets. Gold and silver prices are already surging, with silver jumping sharply and gold climbing above recent resistance levels. After a well-timed correction earlier this year, gold successfully consolidated before resuming its upward trend. As AI volatility, energy prices, and generational change collide, spot gold and spot silver are positioned to reach new all-time highs, reinforcing their role as safe haven assets. Now, we present the clips from their interview. Before we continue to discuss this, please subscribe to our channel and activate the bell icon for timely updates. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
I started buying gold in 1978. It was $163 or $170 an ounce.
Yep.
There's no comparison now between what was going on back in the 1970s, why gold prices were going up and why they're going up now. But because, and then this is very important, the mainstream media, again, I write a magazine, only put the facts in. They were not reporting on spiking gold and silver prices up until around October. Not a word, not a word in the Wall Street Journal or the toilet paper record, the New York Slime. Not a word. And then when they started saying it, they kept going back. It was like the 1970s. No, it's not. No, it ain't. Here's the deal. Back in the 1970s, America was number one. Nobody was close to us. China? What's China's GDP today? It's around $20 trillion. What was it back in 1978? About 150 billion. America was number one. Nobody was close to us. Totally different game. The death of the dollar has begun. The end is near. That's number one. Number two is the ramping up of war in Europe. Every one of these little stupid clown boys are telling the people to prepare for war. Germany, third largest economy in the world, largest in Europe, going 2 years of recession. 2 years. Oh, but this year, that little Mertz boy, the BlackRock guy, yeah, that guy that's the chancellor now, oh, whose grandfather was a Hitler cat, oh, that guy. They're going in debt $1 trillion to build up their military. And we're going to build up our infrastructure so they could hold the tanks. Oh, the Germans that killed over 25 million Russians in Operation Barbarossa in World War II. Hey, you like World War I with the Germans? Nah. Hey, how about this? Who were the first ones to beat the Germans? Oh, the Russians. And now the Germans, the French, the English, one after another, they're telling the people to prepare for war.
Yep.
Once upon a time, there was this cat by the name of Einstein, knew a thing or two about the atomic bomb. They asked him, what kind of weapons will be used to fight the Third World War? He said, I don't know. But they'll be using sticks and stones to fight the fourth. All this money is only enriching the military-industrial complex. These are the facts. They're full of crap. These little slime balls, little Catson Macron over there in France, the little Starmer clown, the little Mertz boy, they're all saying that this is going to build up their economy. No, it doesn't. Economies are built up when the products that you manufacture in your country are consumed by the people. This is only enriching the military-industrial complex. That's why gold and silver prices are skyrocketing. Here again, only the data. The top 10 richest billionaires in America got nearly $700 billion richer last year. When you and I were young people, there were things called grocery stores, hardware stores. I mean, you're from Kingston. You remember all the stores over here, the shoe stores, the clothing stores, the hardware stores, the fish stores, the butcher shops, all gone. All gone. Now the bigs own everything. Hey, you want a job at Walmart? I think I'll get one at Target. Hey, how about Home Depot? Well, what about Lowe's? All right? Yep. Gen Z revolution, there's no middle class. We become the plantation workers of Slavelandia.
Gerald Celente, renowned trends forecaster, reflects on decades of market history to explain why today's gold and silver surge is fundamentally different from the 1970s. Having first bought gold in 1978, Celente argues the current rise is driven by global power shifts, de-dollarization, widening wealth inequality, and escalating geopolitical tensions in Europe. Unlike the past, the U.S. no longer dominates the global economy, while military spending enriches elites rather than strengthening the middle class. As mainstream media downplayed precious metals for years, gold and silver have quietly surged, signaling deeper systemic stress. Celente views this moment as part of a broader Gen Z-era reckoning reshaping markets and society. Let's get back to the interview.
The things that are coming up in the future in 2026 is a Gen Z revolution that's already started with the appointment of Mondami in New York, and also to keep an eye on a dot-com bust. So this one is around AI, but both of those factors, both of those things will help push the price of spot gold and spot silver to new highs. Just speaking about the Gen Z, because some of the stuff that I've been looking at, I'm thinking that rise in the Gen Z is also a rise in socialism, and I think that it was born out of the what happened in 2008 and the Occupy Wall Street movement, because what they're talking about is rent control. What they should be talking about is controlling the money. Not controlling the rent, but controlling the money. And you know, my friend, you made a statement earlier about nobody really caring anymore. But I think that it's the Gen Z and younger that will create this next revolution. And I mean, I'm really hopeful that we can help them understand that we have to have redeemable gold back in the system again. Because if we don't do that, my friend, I mean, are we going to ever have any say, or are we just going to be back in feudal times where you just have this handful that own everything? And hey, didn't the WEF tell us by 2030 you'll own nothing? We came out with our dime cart. It have a paradigm shift. And on one side is a pre-1965 dime, which was silver, and on the other side is a new dime. And so we're trying to, because I realize that we're talking about getting sound money, and we want people to understand what that is, but they've never held it before, to your point.
Lynette Zang, precious metals expert and sound money advocate, says a Gen Z-led revolution is already underway and accelerating toward 2026, sparked by the 2008 financial crisis and the Occupy Wall Street movement. This shift reflects growing distrust in centralized money, rising socialism, and concerns over AI-driven economic instability. Zhang argues that policies like rent control miss the root problem, currency manipulation. With key political appointments in New York and California and fears of a new dot-com style bust, demand for real assets is rising. Zang believes restoring redeemable gold and silver is essential to prevent a future of extreme inequality and economic feudalism, empowering younger generations to understand and reclaim sound money. Share your thoughts on their analysis in the comment section below. If you find this video informative, please support and turn on notifications to stay informed about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.